On your side, NBC 12 News at 11 starts with breaking news.
That breaking news tonight coming as coronavirus cases continue to increase. Nationwide, here in Virginia, schools are not taking any chances. Right now, several schools have closed or plan to close in the coming week. Richmond Public Schools, Henrico Public Schools, and Powhatan will close for 2 weeks starting Monday. We know Chesterfield schools are closed tomorrow and Hanover is closed Monday and Tuesday. Those closings are scrolling at the bottom of your screen and they are posted online at NBC12.com. Of course, today's sudden announcement on schools closing left some parents scrambling to make last-minute plans for childcare. Area daycare centers say they are ready to welcome the influx of children as they too try to keep their facilities safe. This as fans of high school sports got some disappointing news. New at 11, Brent Solomon is live in Richmond with that part of our coronavirus alert. Brent?
Absolutely, Diane. Yeah, that announcement earlier today from school officials who say as they work to stop the spread, it's just not a good idea right now to carry on class as usual. Now we're learning tomorrow morning, leaders from cities and towns all across Central Virginia will come together to strategize and share their thoughts with the media about what they're doing, what they plan to do, what needs to be done to tackle COVID-19. It's playtime in the park with the siblings. Soon, there may be more opportunities like this after this fifth grader got some news today.
Today when my grandma told me, she said, "Yeah, you don't have school for 2 weeks."
She attends Richmond Public Schools, one of several area school districts shutting down schools due to coronavirus concerns. For her, the only problem is
I want to go.
But her parents don't mind having her home if it means keeping her healthy.
Well, it's good if if they need to be safe. I ain't got no problem with it.
We can work around it. We're a two-parent household.
Though for some, the sudden decision will be tough for parents.
People that ain't got no daycare, they got to work. I feel for them.
Area child care centers are also getting prepared. Here's what the Learning Playhouse posted on social media Thursday. Chesterfield County Public Schools are closed Friday. We are already busy planning lots of fun activities for all of our school-age friends. If you plan on bringing your child tomorrow, please pack a lunch. With the sudden closing, we are not prepared to feed them. The news comes as statewide high school basketball championship games came to an abrupt end Thursday, also because of COVID-19 concerns.
Sad. I didn't think this would be the last game. I was looking forward to seeing more games.
Some games continued Thursday, others were canceled, and all games on Friday and Saturday are canceled too.
I think it's best, for safety issues, so you won't spread any kind of germs or disease that could be possibly going around.
Thanks a lot, Brent. And tonight, the hospitality industry is weighing in on the coronavirus in hopes it will not keep you from supporting local businesses. The Virginia Restaurant, Lodging and Travel Association told NBC 12 their industry is beginning to see impacts when it comes to hospitality and tourism-related businesses. They say people are beginning to cancel their reservations. They say the industry employs 9% of Virginia's workforce, with more than 110,000 people who work in lodging. The group is asking the public to continue to support these businesses, even during a time of uncertainty. With large gatherings discouraged due to coronavirus, the sports world is coming to a grinding halt. Mark Davis is in New York City, where Virginia teams who made the trip for their conference tournament left in shock.
What a day it has been. Around 11:45, conferences across the country began calling off their league tournaments. A little bit after 4 o'clock, the NCAA tournament canceled. Here in Brooklyn, the Atlantic 10 pulling the plug a bit before noon. It's the call nobody wanted to happen, but a decision officials felt was the right one.
Disappointed for our student athletes in not being able to participate in this incredible experience. That's certainly something that we feel bad about, but at the same time, there was no other decision.
The announcement coming just before VCU and UMass set to tip off. A court full of players ready to chase a championship. But coaches applauding the league for putting health above all else.
We fully respect Bernadette and the Atlantic 10's decision, and then throughout this entire process, they've made sure that our student athletes are at the front, and their well-being is the most important thing. It's tough to talk to your guys afterwards, but like Matt said, down the road they'll remember this and they'll see the importance of the decision, and that it was the right one. And I'm really glad the great leadership in our conference made this decision because it was the right one.
Among the players, 5 VCU seniors who see their careers cut short. But as they shed the black and gold for the final time, their bond with their fellow Rams will remain.
Sometimes life's just not fair, and you got to deal with it. And I told our guys, you'll understand this more as we go along. But, you know, we're still a family, we're still a team. And the memories and the relationships are everything.
Back home in Richmond, both the Flying Squirrels and the Kickers will see the beginning of their respective seasons delayed. Big takeaway from today nationwide, nobody's really sure when or where the next professional or college sports will be played. In Brooklyn, New York, I'm Mark Davis, NBC 12 News.
Thanks a lot, Mark. In a breaking late-night decision, the PGA Tour has canceled the rest of the Players' Championship in Florida and said it will not play the next 3 weeks. Initially, the commissioner said he was comfortable with the tournaments going on, but without fans present, as it's an outdoor sport. But tonight, he is saying the coronavirus situation is changing rapidly, and the right thing to do is pause. The next scheduled event would be the Masters in April. Coming up later in the newscast, we will break down more of the most impactful new developments in the sports world amid coronavirus fears. And now to a quick check on confirmed cases here in the Commonwealth. According to the Virginia Department of Health, there are at least 17 cases throughout the state. Today we learned officials in Harrisonburg are investigating a possible case there. So far, no deaths have been reported. As we monitor cases in the Commonwealth, nationwide cases continue to pop up with more than 1,600 confirmed cases. Several states are now under a state of emergency. This as others have closed schools for the entire state. Dan Shinneman now with the latest.
A brutal day on Wall Street. The Dow down nearly 10%. Coronavirus fears inflame the sell-off.
We will be suspending all travel from Europe to the United States for the next 30 days.
That announcement sent markets into a frenzy. The White House later clarified the ban and said Americans will be allowed to return home.
If an American's coming back or anybody's coming back, we're testing. We have a tremendous testing setup where people coming in have to be tested. And if they are positive, it's going to be a pretty strong enforcement of quarantine.
Meanwhile, Major League Baseball, the National Hockey League, and Major League Soccer joined the NBA and put their seasons on hold.
This is bigger than basketball. This is bigger than finances.
New York's governor ordered an end to public gatherings of 500 people or more, which means the lights will go out on Broadway.
We wanted to see Tina.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but unfortunately we can't, so we're kind of bummed out about it.
On Capitol Hill, the nation's top medical experts urge the public to be vigilant.
All of us, regardless of what testing is going on, need to be doing the kind of distancing, avoiding crowds, teleworking where possible.
An urgent reminder about a growing pandemic. Dan Shinneman, NBC News.
The happiest place on earth is one of the latest victims of the coronavirus outbreak. Disney World and Disneyland will be closing from Sunday until the end of the month. Disney is also suspending all new cruise line departures as well. The hotels will remain open for now, and it will continue to pay its cast members while the parks are closed. And turning now to our forecast, here's a live look over Richmond tonight. A cool and mild day, cloudy overall. Those clouds are giving way to some rain. Meteorologist Jim Duncan joining us now to tell us when we can expect it.
Yeah, probably in the next couple of hours, Diane, we'll start to see some rain moving our way. We look at our temperatures right now, JES weather computers. We're in the mid-50s at Mineral Louisa County High School. Midlothian area, Clover Hill High, same story, 55. Mayberry Elementary School in Henrico County off of Patterson Avenue. And again, a fairly mild day. Highs are in the mid to upper 60s this afternoon. Right now, we are in the 50s. The rain is out to our west tonight. Starting to see a little hints of it now in Cumberland County, Buckingham, Prince Edward County. Very light showers there. And then off to the west, that's where more significant rain is now crossing into the Shenandoah Valley up through along I-81, those areas. And the central part of the valley, watching this big area of rain gradually progressing to the east, and we will see this unfold for us probably in the next 2 to 3 hours, we'll see better chances of rain moving into our area. We do have a marginal risk for severe storms far southwestern Virginia, but not in our area at all. And then you see out west of there slight to enhanced risk. But the Prediction Center has not placed Central Virginia under that risk. It looks like there could be a thunderstorm or two this evening, but overall, I think it's more of the heavy rain could hit parts of the area later tonight. Community forecast tomorrow morning, give it a red light because I think there may be some rain around very early in the morning. I'll have more on your full forecast in a couple minutes. Diane.
Thanks a lot, Jim. Former Vice President Joe Biden's campaign is asking for Secret Service protection. According to a congressional official, House leaders, including Nancy Pelosi, were notified of the request today. They must be contacted before the request can be made to the Department of Homeland Security, where it is likely to be approved. Recent events like rowdy crowds at a Biden event in Detroit and protesters rushing the stage at another contributed to the request. A federal judge has released Chelsea Manning from an Alexandria jail. The former Army intelligence analyst spent nearly a year behind bars for refusing to testify to a grand jury about leaking classified documents to WikiLeaks. The judge ordered her released after the grand jury that subpoenaed her disbanded. However, Manning still owes more than $250,000 in fines for refusing to appear before the grand jury. The release comes one day after her lawyers say she tried to commit suicide in jail. Coming up new at 11, a mother outraged after her 3-year-old son gets lost on a field trip and the teachers don't even notice. What she is now demanding happen. Jim?
And let's check out your weather headlines coming up in your full first alert forecast, tracking tonight's rain and much cooler weekend ahead. All the details after this.
It's shocking video. A sheriff's deputy attacked by a mountain lion at an RV park in Colorado. Now you can see the deputy trying to fight it off, but it's not until another officer kicks the animal that it runs off. A patch was ripped from her arm and her pager found on the ground. The witness who shot the video saw it all unfold.
It lunged at the officer. She went like this. Luckily, thank God. I mean, if she had not have put her arm up, it would have just gotten her right here. She fell down. It got off of her, ran back underneath my neighbor's trailer. They took like 4 more shots. It was like 7 shots total. And then it took off, went around our trailer, went underneath our trailer, came out, a few more shots, and then it took off.
She is lucky. Now, we were told before it attacked the officer, it attacked another person at the park. Both are expected to be okay. A Texas mom is furious after learning her 3-year-old son was left behind during a school field trip, a trip that she says he wasn't even supposed to be on because she never signed the permission slip. And to make matters worse, they didn't tell her about it until days later. Jessica Wiley has the details.
You know, Carter Williams is curious. The 3-year-old taking a break from the camera long enough for the interview with his mother, and even then, he couldn't stay away.
He's so extra.
He is the apple of mom KELSEY Williams' eye, her only child. The questions keep coming.
What if he felt like, I'm not going to see my mom, or my teachers left me, my friends left me, you know? Was he crying?
Last Friday, while on a field trip to the rodeo with his school at Thompson Elementary, Carter was separated from his Head Start classmates and left behind by his teacher, HISD confirms. A 3-year-old all alone in the crowd. It was a rodeo visitor who found him and connected him with another class from the school. The district says this as his class was already on the bus and heading back to Thompson. Making it even worse, Williams wasn't told about the incident until yesterday.
Well, why didn't you report it? Well, he was back at the school. We found him. We didn't find him. Someone else found him. A man who, I don't know the man's name. I don't know what the man looked like. I'm thankful for him. I am. But I don't know who that man is.
The school principal, not Carter's teacher, was the one who notified Williams. Today, she met with an HISD parent liaison. The district statement to ABC 13 did not answer questions about teacher discipline. It only confirmed the incident and added, quote, "The district works diligently to ensure the well-being of every child entrusted to our care, as the safety to our students is always our top priority." Williams would disagree.
For you to be so careless, irresponsible, nonchalant.
She doesn't feel comfortable sending Carter back to his teacher at Thompson and doesn't think other parents should either.
I honestly don't think that she should be an educator or someone to protect children.
The Houston Rodeo and Stock Show has now been canceled due to the coronavirus pandemic. A hospital in Indiana launched a reading library for NICU families, and it's as adorable as it is effective. Reading to children can have a significant impact on their development, and experts say that's especially true for babies in neonatal intensive care units. Premature infants are at a higher risk for having language delays, but reading can help to improve that outcome. It also helps to build a strong bond between parents and their babies.
It helps to really create some bonding for parents. It's really great developmentally for these babies and neurologically. They've got a lot of skills that they can learn from this. NICU can be a really stressful place for parents and for babies, and we get that. It's hard. You're here because your baby's sick. And so we want to make this the most positive experience that it can be.
And get this, families are able to take the books with them when they leave to help keep the positive memories of their experiences.
Accurate, reliable, breaking weather specialists. This is NBC 12 First Alert Weather.
All right, right now in Richmond it is 53 degrees, so, you know, kind of hanging in their lower 50s. There are a couple 40s off to the east, Tappahannock, West Point, both 48, 49 degrees. We've had winds from the east this evening, kind of keeping the temperatures on a little downward trajectory. And I think we'll probably dip around 50 for your low tonight. The big weather news for tonight will be the moving in of rain. And there you can see it's already on the doorstep out here to the west. Pretty large area of rain coming through over the Appalachians into the central Shenandoah Valley. And now just to the west of Louisa, in the western part of Louisa, that is, and moving to the east. So I think in the next 2 hours or so, we'll probably see some of it around this part of the state. Let's take a little closer look west of Richmond now. And there you can see some rain out here in northern Albemarle County, up to the north and down to the south to Fluvanna, and then just touching western Louisa, a bigger area of heavier rain out west of there. This is all happening ahead of a frontal boundary that will come in later tonight and tomorrow. Pretty good area of rain out there with the front, and as it comes to the east tonight, we will see increasing rain chances. There's been severe weather with us out in Kentucky and Tennessee. But for us, we are not under a risk from the Storm Prediction Center. However, I think there will be some thunderstorms possible late tonight as this crosses over the mountains, so kind of keep tabs on that. 50 degrees, your low temperature tonight, some late showers, 70% rain chance, and 70 to 80% rain chance overnight. And then tomorrow, our high of 77. We actually see some sunshine midday and afternoon as we clear the skies out. Like by our high-resolution model forecast, this is just updated now. By 2 a.m. it's showing rain here, and then by 3 and 4 in the morning it's showing some heavier rain coming through the area from the west. This is the time frame we could have some thunderstorms. You might want to just have your notification settings set correctly on your weather app just in case any strong storm or two might develop. I don't think that will happen, but again, with this line coming through, can't totally rule that out. And then into tomorrow morning, 5, 6 in the morning, it's moving off to the east. We'll probably keep some rain in play here until about 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, and then we clear out in the afternoon. Our high temperatures again topping out at 77 degrees, 60. Dry Saturday, but at nighttime we'll have rain coming in, and then rain Sunday, especially early part of the day. Chilly though, 52 might even be a stretch to get that warm, and then we get back into the warmer temperatures by Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Diane.
All right, sounds good. Thanks a lot, Jim. Well, tomorrow is the big day. We are going to be making a change to our transmitter signal. So if you get NBC 12 over the air with an antenna, you need to make a plan to rescan. We posted a step-by-step guide on NBC12.com. If you have cable or satellite, you don't have to worry about this. But for everyone else, the rescan is tomorrow. Stay with us. Sports is next with yours truly.